friends, get up to your feet because we are going to play a round of Dance, Dance, Freeze.
Ready, set, go!
Everybody, jump to your feet. It's time to play Dance, Dance, Freeze. Here's how it works. I brought 6 of the best dancers I know to show you some of their moves. When they dance, you dance. Hoo-ha! See if you can keep up with their moves. But as soon as that music stops, freeze! Doesn't matter what position you're in, you have to stay completely frozen until the music starts again. Think you can do it? Good, because we're going to kick things off right now with Chickadee the Dancing Chicken! Woo! Freeze! Chickadee really brought the moves. Now, everybody, get your breath, because it's time for Ulysses the Upbeat Unicorn! Freeze! Whoa! I'll bet it's pretty hard to be frozen on just one foot. Well, you can move in just a few seconds when Grandpa Get Down takes the stage. Oh no, 1 foot again. Hold on just a little longer because Carl, the cut-a-rug corgi, is about to bust a move. Freeze! Well, at least you've got 2 feet on the ground this time. We've also only got 2 dancers left. Let's see if you can keep up with Roger, the Let's Get Ready to Roomba robot! Freeze! Oh my, that looks like a difficult position to be frozen in. Let's get our final dancer out here quickly, please. Without any further introduction, here is Dave! What an unbelievable performance! Please unfreeze and give yourselves and all our dancers a big round of applause! Thank you all so much for playing! Dance, dance, freeze!
Wow, that was such a fun way to start off the morning.
I agree, Ave, and I'm ready to Yada. Yada means to know God and to be known by Him.
And when we know God, we can't help but Yada. Yada means to praise God.
Yada yada, my friends!
All right, let's check out what's happening in the club today. Bye!
Well, the case of Mr. McFuzzy still has not been resolved yet. The police clearly need more evidence.
Clearly.
I wonder what we can do to help them, Luke.
Ooh. I think you're onto something.
I am?
You are. Hold on, I'll be right back.
He looked like he had an idea.
Ooh.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable with the idea of Luke having an idea. You alright down there, buddy?
Ooh.
It makes me a little nervous when you get ideas.
Nice and careful. That might have broke a little bit.
We've got glasses, we've got paper, tape,
Alright, so,
and cocoa powder.
cocoa powder. So,
What's
this
the
is
big
what we-
idea?
Okay, so first thing you do, gotta make sure it's good cocoa powder.
The good stuff?
I don't know what they do to it.
Refine it?
They must do something. Oh!
Well,
Woo! Alright, so you put that on there.
okay.
Right now.
Ooh.
Okay. Do you have your Sword of the Spirit? I see it. I see it.
I do.
Okay, right there, please, sir. Yes. Okay. Very precise.
Well, it smells good.
Smells good. It doesn't taste very good. There we go.
Wow!
Okay.
You just lifted my fingerprint. Here, you do one.
Alright.
That was actually my thumbprint, but I think it still counts.
Maybe I'll use a little. Just
Yeah, nice and light.
don't want to get any in my mouth.
Can you help me? I need to do this safely.
You might need a little sharpen on your Sword of the Spirit here, sir.
Oof. Okay.
Alright. What are you doing?
Oh, okay.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
Slow and steady.
Perfect.
That's your fingerprint!
Okay,
Luke, this is amazing.
we gotta call the detective.
Well, let me ask you something.
Hmm.
Did you take Mr. McFuzzy?
What? Me? No! I would never take Mr. McFuzzy.
Okay, I'm pretty sure, now don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure I didn't take Mr. McFuzzy.
Well, I wouldn't think you did either, no.
Yep, so how is collecting our fingerprints gonna help the cops find Mr. McFuzzy? I mean, it was a neat little trick, but not super productive.
Not super productive. Well, let me see if there's something else in here, man. Well, what I was gonna say was, why don't we see how they're coming along with the
I
investigation?
wonder how they're coming along with the investigation.
Donuts! Oh, yes. Help yourself. Well, Detective Dale, what do you think?
Remarkable, Sheriff Harry. Absolutely the greatest marvel in the world.
It's a tough case, isn't it?
No, I was referring to the donut. This town has the greatest donuts ever from this Timothy Hortons.
Now, how about the mystery? What happened to Mr. McFuzzy?
Well, that's a great question, Harry. But do you know an even greater one? What happened to Elijah?
Elijah? There's another missing person?
There is, Harry. And he's been missing a much longer time than Mr. McFuzzy.
Why am I just hearing about this now?
Obviously, you've never read the Bible.
You read it in the Bible?
Harry, this book is just filled with mysteries. It's a detective's dream casebook.
I had no idea.
According to this, Elijah was a man of God who was his prophet to his people, and he delivered God's messages to them.
He must not have been very popular.
Not really, Harry. Most people weren't following God at the time, and most of his messages were not good ones.
So it was foul play.
Not at all. One day, Elijah went for a walk with his protege, a man named Elisha. They walked and walked and walked, and then
Yes?
a chariot of fire came from the heavens and got Elijah.
He was trampled by heavenly horses?
No, Harry, he was swept up into the chariot and taken away.
Away where?
To heaven, Harry. Elijah went to heaven, and he didn't have to die to get there.
That's impossible.
No, Harry. Nothing is impossible with God. It says so in Luke chapter 1.
Wait. Does that mean we will solve the disappearance of Mr. McFuzzy?
It's not impossible.
Good, because this case has me completely stumped.
Me too. Because I think this file is written in some ancient text. I can't make heads or tails of it. I think we need a translator.
Or, and bear with me on this one, just wait. We can turn the file right side up.
By Jove, I can read it now. You see, Harry, nothing is impossible.
Boy, I hope you're right.
I usually am.
I'm suddenly craving donuts now.
Yeah, you know what? I could definitely go for 1 or 6 of those.
Hold that thought. I'll be right back.
Holding. Another idea? What was that?
That was just me closing the toaster oven.
We have a toaster oven?
Yeah, the oven where we keep our toaster.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But this,
Donuts?
Yeah, they were the toaster oven. No, don't you listen, Mackie Poo?
Oh, right, yeah, the oven toaster.
Help yourself, sir.
Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheers, Lucas.
Cheers, Mackie Poo.
You know, I learned something new today.
What's that?
We have a toaster oven.
Well, you want to learn something else new?
Nope, brain's full.
Alright, well, I'm going to watch some GW, and you and your full brain can enjoy that donut.
Okay, never mind. I always have room up here for God's word.
Okay. Remote. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Don't eat my donut!
Hey, check the toaster oven. We have one of those.
Why would I put the remote in the... Oh! Why would I put the remote in the toaster oven?
Likes hanging out with donuts?
Mackie Poo.
Hi friends, it's Miss Leah here. Make sure you have your Bibles ready and we're going to get started.
Bible! Hey! Oh!
Might need to get your blood sugar up, pal. Have some donut.
Good call.
And some more God's word.
Today's detectives can often track a person by their cell phone, looking to see who their last call was or text was, and even where they were with their phone last. They will travel to the last known location and look for more clues. Are there tire tracks, fingerprints? Is there evidence of any struggle? Did they leave any personal items behind? Detectives searching for missing people will talk also with people that the missing person knew. They'll ask when the last time they saw them or spoke with them, and they'll ask if the person had been acting strange. They'll ask if the person had any enemies or was afraid of anyone, and police know to keep an eye on anyone and everyone who knew the victim. Well, the Bible has a missing persons case that is quite mysterious. One day, 2 men named Elijah and Elisha went for a long walk, and sometime later, Elisha came back alone. Elisha carried Elijah's cloak with him, but Elijah, a great man of God and prophet, was gone. Now, I wonder how detectives today would investigate this type of case, the missing case of the man who never died. Let's take a look at our story video now.
One day, as the prophet Elijah and his follower Elisha were traveling to Gilgal, Elijah received a message from the Lord. Elijah said to Elisha, "The Lord is sending me to Bethel, but you should wait here for me." But Elisha said, "As surely as the Lord lives and as you live, I will not leave you." So they went to Bethel together. A group of prophets who lived in Bethel greeted Elijah and Elisha when they arrived. They asked Elisha, "Do you know that the Lord is going to take your master from you today?" Elisha replied, "Yes, I know, so be quiet." Then, even though they had just arrived in Bethel, Elijah said to Elisha, "The Lord is sending me to Jericho, but you should wait here for me." Elisha replied, "As surely as the Lord lives and as you live, I will not leave you." So off they went to Jericho. A group of prophets who lived in Jericho greeted Elijah and Elisha when they arrived. They asked Elisha, "Do you know that the Lord is going to take your master from you today?" "Yes, I know, so be quiet." Then, even though they had just arrived in Jericho, Elijah said to Elisha, "The Lord is sending me to the river Jordan, but you should wait here for me." Elisha replied, "As surely as the Lord lives and as you live, I will not leave you." So the two of them set off for the river Jordan. 50 of the prophets went and stood at a distance facing the place where Elijah and Elisha had stopped at the river Jordan. Elijah took his cloak, rolled it up, and struck the water with it. The water divided to the right and to the left, and the two of them crossed over on dry ground. When they had crossed, Elijah said to Elisha, "Tell me, what can I do for you before I am taken from you?" Elisha replied, "Let me inherit a double portion of your spirit." "You have asked a difficult thing," Elijah said. "Yet, if you see me when I am taken from you, it will be yours. Otherwise, it will not." Elijah and Elisha continued walking along the bank of the river Jordan when, all of a sudden, a chariot and horses engulfed in a ball of flame appeared and separated the two of them, taking Elijah with it and leaving Elisha behind. Elijah went up to heaven in a whirlwind. Elisha saw this and cried out, my father, the chariots and horsemen of Israel!" And Elisha saw him no more. Then he took hold of his garment and tore it in two. Elisha saw that Elijah's cloak had fallen from him when he was taken to heaven. Elisha picked it up and went back to the bank of the river Jordan. He took the cloak, rolled it up, and struck the water with it. "Where now is the Lord, the God of Elijah?" he asked. When he struck the water, it divided to the right and to the left, and he crossed over. The group of prophets who had followed them from Jericho were watching, and they said, "The spirit of Elijah is resting on Elisha." And they went to meet him and bowed to the ground before him. "We, your servants, have 50 able men. Let them go and look for your master. Perhaps the Spirit of the Lord has picked him up and set him down on some mountain or in some valley." Even though Elisha knew that this was not what happened, the group of prophets persisted until Elisha finally said, "Fine, send them." So the 50 men searched for 3 days, but did not find Elijah. When they returned to Jericho where Elisha was staying, he said to them, "Didn't I tell you not to go?"
Elijah was a man who had served God faithfully all of his life. He was a brave prophet who delivered messages of judgment to wicked kings and queens. He had a hard job, and he had performed miraculous signs many times through God working through him. But God had done the impossible many times through Elijah, and in his final day on earth, God took him to heaven in a chariot of fire. How awesome is that? Elijah was truly a missing person. Even a search went out of 50 men to try and look for him, and they never found his body because his body was not to be found. God took Elijah straight to heaven. It was one final miracle in the life of Elijah, a message for both Elisha and the people who searched for him, that God is so awesome and he can do the impossible. Friends, we'll see you next time.
Okay, I've got some questions. Why did God choose to not let Elijah die like everybody else? Where did this big ball of fire come from? And how does God do that whole, parting of the waters thing?
It's okay, Mackie Poo. Questions like that we may not get the answers to until we get to heaven one day. I think the real question we have is, can God do the impossible?
Well, Luke, he is a really amazing God. Safe to say, yes, he can do the impossible.
He sure can.
He's just that awesome.
Whenever he wants, he can do the impossible.
Right? Yada-Yadah, Mac.
Yada-Yadah, Mac.
Whenever he wants. Whatever he wants.
Whatever he wants.
However he wants.
However he wants. He's God.
Yada-Yadah.
Yada-Yadah.
Let's go get more donuts.
Yeah. Well, the toaster oven is only so big. Right? Imagine we can get an oven you can fit 2 toasters in.
Like a double toaster oven?
Oh, double donuts?
Would it be a toaster oven or a toaster oven?
Yeah.
Or a toaster oven?
It'd be oven toasters.
An oven toaster that you put your toaster oven in? What do you call that?
It'd be the toaster oven room. We can do this!
That sounds like fun. So, that was definitely cool. But Luke, did you take Mr. Fuzzy?
What, me? No, of course not.
Okay, so how is it going to help the police officers to have our fingerprints when
That-
neither
I
of us
thought
have
that was
committed
funny.
any
I was
crime?
laughing at that too.
Yeah.
Rats! I didn't think of that.
I do wonder, though, how the police are coming along with this investigation.
Yeah. Well, this case of Mr. McFuzzy still has not been resolved.
I wonder what my first line is.
The police clearly need more evidence.
The police clearly need more evidence.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's a tough case, isn't it?
No, I was referring to the donut. This town has the greatest donuts ever from Timothy Hortons.
Thanks. I'm gonna go. Thanks. Now how about that mystery? What happened to Mr. McFuzzy? Timothy Hortons.
That's a great question, Harry.
Yes.
But you know what's even... Wow. That's a great question, Harry. But do you know what's an even greater one? What happened to Elijah?
Elijah? There's another missing person?
There is, Harry, and he's been missing a much longer time than Mr. McFuzzy.
Unlike me in high school, he must have been very popular.
Not really, Harry. The people weren't following God at the time, and most of his messages were not good ones.
So it was foul play?
Not at all. One day, Elijah went for a walk with his protege, a man named...
Protege? That's so good.
his protege, a man named Elisha. Me too. Because I think this file was written in some ancient text. Can't make heads or tails of it. We may need a translator.
Or we can turn the file right side up.
By Jove, I can read it now. You see, Harry, nothing is impossible.
Boy, I hope you're right. What did you say? By what?
By Jove. I couldn't see the line in time.
Oh, that's perfect. It's great.
I just went with it.
Cool.
That's great, man.
Good on that.
That's a great question, Harry. But I'm Harry, so you're Dale.
That's a great question, Harry.
That's a great question, Harry.
Do you think about what you're saying before you say it?